I say, yo, y'all already know who it is, man. It's Chris Jackson, Prince Up Top, last real nigga alive with this live pull-up section. I got my guy in the building, man.
What up, what up, what up?
Yo, what's good, gangsta? How you feel?
I'm doing lovely, man.
Hey, look, for the people that don't know you, go ahead and give them a formal introduction, you feel me? Get your shit off.
Formal introduction, my name's Raul, man. Your mother's favorite rapper, right? Nah, yeah, man. I mean, I'm here, man. My name's Raul. MC, lyricist, writer, songwriter. I do everything right now, man. Behind the camera a little bit too, as far as script writing and stuff like that. So, making my way out here.
Hey, I appreciate you fucking with the platform, bro.
Man, I appreciate you having me, bro.
It's always a pleasure when I get a chance to talk to new artists, you know what I'm saying? So, I definitely want to thank you coming through, you know what I'm saying? So, let's get right to it, bro. Raul. I was thinking something more cooler. Like, did you have any names before Raul? Like,
Growing up,
just
man. I had a couple names growing up, man. Rebel Kent, probably one of my favorites. If you ever seen the movie Usual Suspects, everybody knows Kaiser Soze, but nobody picked up on Rebel Kent except this one cat though. So I was like, alright, I'm cool, man. I'm just gonna go with a government name. It's just one of them things, man. It was like, you always have these ideas, you hear songs on the radio, I'm like, bro, I wrote that shit a couple years ago. Listen to artists, you got an idea, put that shit out. That's it. That's it. Too many coincidences, like they say, no ideas are original. There's nothing new under the sun, right?
Okay, nice.
You know what I'm saying, right? But yeah, man, I just had a couple names going on growing up and shit, and I just finally decided, man, fuck it, man. I'm gonna stick with what's real for me.
Fuck it, Raul, huh?
That's it, Raul, R-A-U-L. Raul of 88 on IG.
Hey, look, I fuck with it though. I fuck with it. It's smooth, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, before we get into the music, bro, let's kind of dive back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you just didn't kind of just get into rap on a humbug. This was something that, like, you've been kind of like wanting to do like your whole life. Like, you've been more so like a student of the game before you got into this shit. At what age did you really consider yourself falling in love with like hip hop and wanting to really do this shit?
I'm gonna take you way back for everybody out there. You about to do your homework on this one right here. Do your Googles, like they say, right? 88. I was about 8 or 9 years old. Coincidentally enough, like I said, I'm an Army brat, man. So I grew up a little bit of everywhere. My mother's from New York, my dad's from Chicago. But my cousins on my mother's side would just put me on every time we go back up top, New York. It would be EPMD, LL, Rakim, the usual suspects. So I'm gonna say about 88, 89, we actually took a trip down here to Immokalee, Florida, right, to go see one of my mother's aunts. And that was the first time I picked up the pen.
Oh, word.
For sure, yeah. Just on a humbug, you need to do something. Actually, my cousin ghost wrote it. I fed ideas and he ghost wrote it, right? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody else back then, man, LL was a strong influence. Heavy D, rest in peace. Yeah, late 80s, early 90s, I really got my foot in, started like falling in love deep. To where right now, for me, it's a way of life, man. It's religion, it's principles, it's morality, it's everything, it's morals, all of that for me. Hip hop, bro. 50 years, we said it last joint we talked,
Yeah, man. So,
who would ever thought hip hop would take it this far? Right?
I'm trying to tell you, so 9 years old, you picked up the pen and you started getting busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of people use music as a way to escape, typically what's going on with their real life, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people be having some traumatic shit that happened and, of course we hit that pen. Talk about a time where music really helped you get through a certain situation, if you will.
Like everybody, man. I mean, that's what I'm doing now, man. I'm a big advocate in terms of using music as therapy for mental health, PTSD, what have you, know what I'm saying? For me, we all go through relationships, et cetera, third. I think the biggest time for me that I really leaned on it, I did a little thing in the county for about a year or something like that, not really having access to my kids or a whole completely other state, so I didn't really see anybody. really just writing every day for me was just really a more therapeutic thing to kind of escape a little bit. Sharpen up my words, sharpen up my bars, storytelling, things like that. So definitely, man, I really, and I'm a preacher through and through, man. I advocate for picking up that pen, man. You know, I know I'm talking about it, and I'm gonna beat you over the head with it, man, because to me, there's nothing better than music. You know, everybody has their outlet, whether they work out, whether they, you know, they into religion or what have you, man. But my vice is music. It's always been that. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to express yourself properly, or put stories together in a visual manner, or by using, you know, different terms and just different, being descriptive. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing better than that. You know?
Right. So you're not really new to this music shit though. Like, you've been kind of in this shit for quite some time. Like, I know that, you know, you recently had, well, not recently, you were kind of in a situation, right? You had like a label situation, like an independent situation.
Nah, I never had an independent situation, man. I've been, you know, I've had my groups growing up. I've had my groups, you know, as a young adult, being in the military, stuff like that. Shout out to Core. You know, fast forward a little bit, early 2000s, BET Uncut is out, you know, during that time. I'm not gonna name drop some of those cats that are out there off of that platform, but some of them, you know, crabs in a barrel, if you will, you know. But we held our thing down, man. Again, like, I was in the military, so me leaving and life happens. Life happens.
Do you feel like that kind of slowed down your momentum?
Always. Life is gonna get in the way. I constantly talk about it, like, yo, I got a death in the family, which would be the hardest thing ever.
Right.
You know,
sure.
the hardest thing ever. You know, a loss in the family is or somebody close to you. Everything stops.
Right.
Everything stops. You know, the one thing I could probably compare it to is being locked up and your world stops inside there.
For sure.
You can't function, you can't make no moves, make no money, be close to your loved ones, none of that, right? So I've had different situations in my life where I'm like, man, I can't do it right now. I just can't. I don't have the inspiration. You know, we were talking about earlier about steel sharpens steel. So once you're by yourself, you won't have, you know, like-minded MCs around you, right, or just artists in general.
Right.
Just that inspiration of finding it, right? And then I've had those times where I'm like, oh, I'm so down on myself. I'm in Oklahoma. I'm being typecast as this 90s boom bap MCs, East Coast, and people will fuck with you. They'll fuck with you behind the scenes.
Right.
You know, I don't expect no likes or no shares, but it's like, all right, I got you. And it's just not, you know what I'm saying? I love Oklahoma. It's my spot. That's my home. You know, but it's everywhere. Everywhere I've been, I've seen that crab and barrel mentality when it comes to music.
Well, you don't typically sound like someone. Well, I don't know how someone would sound like from Oklahoma,
yeah,
but you definitely got more of like a up north swag. So I mean, like overall, just as an artist, you know, like I would understand like people would get the misconception that you're from up north, but being that you're from Oklahoma, like talk a little bit about the music scene in Oklahoma and like what artists that's big in the city over there.
Right now, so I'm from Lawton, Oklahoma. If anybody knows Lawton, typically known Fort Sill, Oklahoma, it's the Army base there, about 30, 40 minutes from Texas. So we're on the southwest side of Oklahoma, basically. Growing up, Lawton, for the most part, for me, always sounded like Texas. The further you go up north, the city almost sounded more West Coast, and I think Tulsa was more a Midwest kind of feel, right? Nowadays, man, I think everything just bled together, man. You got New York cats sounding like Chicago drill rappers.
Right, that's for sure.
And I love it. I love, for me, that's that breeding ground for me to learn different styles and, you know, different ways to flow on the beat, you know, and deliver myself. Right now, as far as artists, one cat that started to make a name for himself is Too Fat Trail. He's coming up.
Y'all go fuck with Too Fat Trail, man.
Too Fat Trail.
Too Fat Trail, my apologies.
Like trouble, yeah. joint blowing up right now. It's called Side Note.
Okay. I'm gonna go and check for him.
Yeah, check for him. Y'all check for my boy Takeez, Takeez. He's tough too. These just cats out of Lawton right now, man. You know, I really only fuck with cats from Lawton because that's the home team. Right. I do respect everybody out there in the city and everything, but I just never really got down in that environment and brushed elbows with a lot of people. Oh, shout out to Menace, he up there too, man.
Okay.
There's a lot of cats I fuck with, man, and these are young cats. You know, these are cats in their 20s, you know, getting into their little 30s or whatever. You know, and then I got the guys that are in my age group, you know.
Right.
You know, shout out to Cuddy Black, shout out Trisha for Dummies, you know, Willie Mack.
Talk your shit.
Man, Lawton itself is a lot of talent in there. A lot of talent.
Well, I'm hoping they see this.
Yeah,
and when they see
out,
this shit, you know what I'm saying, they go stupid. You feel me? So, talk about the transition coming from Oklahoma to Florida, especially Tampa, and getting into this rap shit. Like, how was the transition going from one state to another, and like the people kind of embracing you and shit?
So for me, moving has never been an issue. Like, you know, my background, I'm an Army brat.
Right.
You know, I was born in Germany. You know, Germany, Kentucky, New York, Chicago, Oklahoma. Kuwait. Shit. I had things popping in Kuwait for a little bit. My transition, I came here initially to go to Full Sail, just do music. I was like, well, I wasn't in a mind frame of, you know, you can't rap forever, but while I'm not MCing, let me get behind the boards and learn some engineer work.
For sure.
Things didn't go too well out there, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm a creator, right? Take my talent to AI. So I went to the Art Institute and I was doing film over there. I met a lot of people over there. You know, during projects and things like that, the talent, the MCing, the music kind of seeps out a little bit. And then I stopped, man. I really was focused on that. But right now, it's like, it's therapy for me right now. You feel me? So I'm working on a couple projects. And of course, again, you know, you have your people around you, bigging you up and amping you up to go ahead and go out there and make those particular moves. So my transition here as of recently, man, shout out to Scholar Kid Visuals, Jesus Christ. Mariah, man, phenomenal. I shot a video with her over the holidays. Home base is out there right now on YouTube. I got another one in the chamber right now called The One. My transition was more just about therapy, and then everybody's like, what are you gonna do with it now? It's recorded, some of the shit is filmed. You're talking about doing a project, perform that shit, you know? So I started seeing Lyrical Cafe and a couple other joints on IG, you know, just reaching out, and now I'm making waves, man. I got a show tonight, you know, so it's just about getting your footing out there and putting yourself out there, regardless of how uncomfortable you are. You know, I'm stepping on the scene with artists that could be my kids' age. You feel me?
Right.
And I'm loving that shit because I love the energy. You know, and that's, for me, that's what hip hop is about. You feel me? So getting on that stage, man, I'm at home. Right. I'm really at home. And
so, what would you say your biggest hip hop moment has been thus far?
My biggest hip hop moment. I've had a lot of moments that meant a lot to me. I dropped a joint called I Can't Control It. Actually, I dropped a joint called Ease Back, you know, and in true fashion, how we grew up, I threw a B-side on there called I Can't Control It. This is when I was in Kuwait. I go home for a little bit, I come back over there like, yo, you know, that joint, the female joint, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, you like that shit? And I forgot the name of the radio station. We're talking top 40. At that time frame, 50, Jeezy, like everybody's on there and they're like, yo, they playing this shit non-stop. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But a life lesson to you artists out there. I had a situation and I stopped everything. I'm out there hand in hand. The studio I was at actually manufactured cassettes. Okay, so me on some old nostalgia shit, I got cassettes and they eating that shit up. Cassettes, CDs, boom, boom, boom. I got some life shit going on. I paused everything. See what I'm saying? Shit like that, man, if you're an artist, you're a creator, you can't let little shit hinder you, you know what I'm saying? The bigger hip hop moment for me, Alaska, opened up for Mystical. We're talking shake that ass at its height. Feel me? What, 2000, 2001, something like that.
2001.
I love that shit, bro. And I'm talking backpack rap for all you. I'm talking like early Most Def, To Live, Company Flow, shit like that. That's the group that I'm with at that time. That's the shit, Jedi Mind Tricks. That's the type of shit they were on. Now I'm not saying I'm the most commercial MC. This, but I fuck with Redman. I fuck with Mobb Deep. Like those two styles, like my style, Nas, QB, all the way, all the way. I've heard it all my life. Shout out to Prodigy, rest in peace. That's Hempstead, Long Island too. But nah, man, it was like that, and then the weed talk, the punch you in your face type shit. I'm the best MC, blah blah, and I'm getting in the mix with these guys. It's all, I hate to say, I don't even want to say it, but lyrical, miracle, spiritual type shit. That you know what I'm saying? That stereotype that it's given to backpack rap, and to be on stage, open up for Mystical. And then these other guys that are opening up are just more in line with that, trying to be that commercial field. We came completely on the opposite end of the spectrum, and still got love. Still got love. So I say that's probably like my biggest claim to fame, I guess, in that sense. But shit don't stop though. Shit don't stop. To me, getting on stage right now is just as memorable. You feel me?
Right. So it's 2023, right? What can we expect from you as an artist?
I'm glad you asked that. Right now, I'm working on a couple projects right now. I'm trying to keep my focus on one. I'm trying to find that right sound, honestly. I got a few ideas lined up, but it's just about releasing singles. Home Base is out right now on YouTube. Y'all check that shit out. Please run them views up. It's gonna be on all streaming platforms, hopefully within the next month. Gotta work out a few kinks here and there as far as the artwork. But the larger project that I can't wait for y'all to hear, because I got a couple records in the chamber right now. A Day Late, $1 Short. A Day Late, $1 Short.
That sounds
full-length project coming by the end of the year. I promise you guys. I promise you. I don't give a fuck if it's an EP, and I just gotta get that shit out there.
Right. That shit can't sit in your phone forever.
It can't. Right, exactly. I got a couple cuts in the chamber right now. Shout out to my boy Fathead, Cuddy Black, Clavasier Jones. I got a single right now called Time Cost. All streaming platforms right now. Y'all look that up right now. I'm feeding out there because I got so much in me right now. My next, honestly, I want to flip everything on its head that everybody knows me for. I want to go completely opposite of that shit.
So all of the singles that you're dropping, are you gonna put them all on the same EP, or are you gonna have new music on the EP?
I'm gonna have both.
So you're gonna add them on?
I'm gonna add them on. If it fits that sound, for sure. I come from that era where that album has to sound cohesive.
Okay.
What I find, even on major artists nowadays, it's just a whole bunch of shit thrown together.
Right.
I'm not talking about we need to have one particular producer producing the whole project. I'm not talking about making it so thematic that definitely gonna show my age, like a De La Soul, Chris Paul type project where the skits are thrown in there. But there might be some shit like that.
That would be dope.
It just really has to be cohesive. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to T West, he produced Home Base, knocked that motherfucker out the park, no pun intended. I should have called that motherfucker Murphy's Law, I'm not gonna lie to you. We can get into that later. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being creating a cohesive album, man. At the end of the day.
Okay, so we can expect a project. I imagine you're gonna be doing more videos from the project as
Absolutely.
well. Okay, do you have the particular song that you want to shoot from it, or are you just kind of still figuring it out?
Right now, Time Cost, I got something in the chamber right now for it, but just due to the other artists being in Texas right now, kind of hindered that a little bit. So again, circles back to Home Base. Circles back. Believe me, we got time. I'll chop it up with you and tell you about it. But yeah, man, If I feel that the song is gonna gain traction, I'm definitely gonna shoot a video for it.
Okay.
If you're a real artist, you're painting a picture. You know what I'm saying? I write with a video in my head sometimes. You feel me? Like, I'm sitting on the staircase on some Meth and Mary shit, like whatever, right? You know, I'm all about creating art, man. I have to keep saying that because at the end of the day, that's what this is, you know. And I feel like as artists, as hip hop artists in particular, we've been typecast to be a certain way, shoot a certain particular style of video. Like, come on, you go on YouTube right now, for instance, and no hate to anybody, but how am I gonna determine, besides the song itself, a video with you and your homeboys flashing, you know, saying guns and all that shit in front of the porch of the house and shit? Right. And that's cool for what particular song, but you know, think brighter, think bigger. You feel me? Like, so, like, make me be like, yo, that one video or such and such and such. Like, you want a gun in that shit? Make that shit, you know, thematic.
Right.
Why not?
So look, before we get out of here, I typically ask people, what's the biggest advice you can give to the up and coming artists that's in this game?
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. I don't need to write an essay. I don't need to beat you in the head with this shit. You don't need to look no words up in a dictionary. Don't stop. You see me? I got grades in my bed. I'm embracing this shit, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, life happens. You get fired. You get laid off. You have babies. You have deaths. You have a million things going on. Use that shit. Use it. It kills me to see wasted talent, and I see that shit all across the board, everywhere I've been. As much hate as you see, as much, you know, the crabs in the barrel, there's hate. There's wasted talent. There's wasted talent, man. I don't care if you're dropping a song once a year. If that's your if that's your best, run that motherfucker to the ground. You hear me? Yo, home base ain't my best. That motherfucker came out of necessity. And I'm knocking that shit out. Like, yo, pick that shit up. When it comes out, listen to that shit over and over and over again. No hooks, no nothing. It's just me barred the fuck up, talking my shit. It's not even barred up. I'm just talking shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't stop. Don't stop, man.
Hey, look. Drop them socials, man, so that people can follow you, bro.
Look here, man. You can find me, Raul, R-A-U-L of 88. IG. You can find me on Facebook the same way. You can find me on Twitter the same way. And right now I'm thinking about, I'm gathering older material, and I'll put that shit on my YouTube channel in a minute. I'll plug that in. Everything's in my links in the bios on IG. Man, just run that shit up, bro. I appreciate the love that I'm getting out there too. I love that shit.
Hey, look, I appreciate you sliding through fucking with the platform.
Man, Chris, I appreciate you, bro.
All right.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Excuse me.